Hi everybody, this video will show you how to select problems in MyOpenMath. Once you've signed into MyOpenMath, you want to go to the class that you are creating your assessment for. You'll select Add an Item, and then decide what you're trying to add. We're going to look at adding an assessment. You want to give a name to your assessment, then you can give a description and instructions. You might find it's easier to do that after you've written your assessment. That way you can talk about how many problems are in the assessment and how many points that they're worth, and you can talk about any time restrictions if that applies to the assessment that you're writing. You can also come back later and change the due dates. After you've gone through all of the assessment options, you can say Create the Assessment. To select problems, you may find it helpful to open the libraries. You can go through all libraries, or select assessments. Let's start with selecting libraries. The library is categorized by names of books. Once I pick a book, I can then pick specific chapters of the book or specific parts of the book that I want to look at. That will bring up all the questions related to that topic and this specific book. You can preview the questions. And if you find a problem you like, you click it and then add it to your assessment. You can select multiple problems at once and add to your assessment as well. Once you have problems in your assessment, you can move them around by clicking on the question number and selecting the position you would like the question to go. When you're looking through problems, you'll see a couple of icons that appear. There's an icon for a captioned video. There's also an icon that shows that a problem doesn't regenerate and is not randomized. Some problems will have both a video and a written example or just a written example attached. If you find problems that you like that aren't randomized, you might find it helpful to put them in a group. You can see this problem has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions. So if I add those 5 versions to my assessment, I can then go back to the assessment and group the problems. So I select the ones I want to group, and then I click on the group. Once questions have been grouped, you can write in how many of the problems you want selected. Let's go back to the libraries. I want to show you how to find more books. So besides having the names of the books, you can also click on Textbook Specific. This opens even more resources. You can look through from the topic of the book, you can look through the source of the book, and again, some of them will be clickable so that you can go into the chapter and into the section. Once you pick your book, select Use Libraries. You'll notice this comes up with a lot of problems. As you scroll down the bottom, you'll see that there are even more results. To reduce the number of problems, you can go to a specific topic. Let's put in compound interest. From here, I can preview problems to decide what I want. I can read the description to help me look for specific topics I like. I can also look at the type of problem, whether students will be answering a number, if they will be given choices to answer, or if the problem is multi-part. Let's say that wasn't enough problems for us to look through for compound interest. I can go back to the libraries, and instead of using the selected library, I can select all libraries. When I hit search, this will give me all compound interest problems found in MyOpenMath. After you've selected the problems, you can preview the assessment. This will help you decide what points you want to give and if you need to rearrange any problems.